All right. Happy Aloha Friday, and welcome to this week's edition of DevBits. I've been told I need to smile more and look happier, so I'm going to make an effort today to look a little less serious. In big JavaScript news this week, React 16 has officially been announced as of September 26th. And a lot of cool new features in there to help us make our applications better, for lack of a better word to say it. But really what it comes down to, React has had a pretty major rewrite. I think they would almost call it a total rewrite. Lots of interesting things in there. The total reduced file size has been minimized by 32%, making our applications load faster. They've implemented some new concepts that developers have been asking for. Fragments, which allows you to have your render methods return lists of elements as well as strings. So that's cool new features. The ability to set error boundaries, which is a really exciting one. That allows us to more gracefully handle errors in our applications. And for any of you React developers who have seen that explosion of text in your console as you're developing, we have a nice solution for that, which actually has some rendering capabilities associated with that as well. Portals is a way to talk to the DOM now in your components. So we've always kind of worked in this virtual DOM and not always had access to the actual render DOM, which, you know, for some of us older developers is something that maybe we wished we still had, and now we have it again. So that's pretty cool. Custom DOM attributes we talked about the other week, and additionally, server-side rendering has had a total rewrite. It now offers streaming support for getting data back to the client faster, as well as a three-time, I don't even know how you say this. It is 3 times more performant than it used to be. So some performance improvements as well. And if you're into this sort of thing in terms of kind of the legalese of open source software, there's been a lot of talk lately about the licensing of React, and it now falls under the MIT license, making a lot of people very happy. So that was long, but a lot of news in React. Check the link below. There's an excellent guide from the people over at egghead.io, which actually walk you through some live code of some of these new features. So if you want to get your hands on it, please check that out. In other news, a report out of Computer Weekly surveyed 200 security IT professionals in the UK, and the consensus was that for IT professionals, obviously in huge demand, the need for a degree, they say that's not always the greatest need, and they're actually looking for people with work experience, people that fit into the culture of the company as well, and mostly people that are curious, naturally curious. So the reason we like that is that those are all big values that we have here at DevLeague, and in our courses is that camaraderie, that community, that collaboration, being curious. And for most of our a lot of our applicants are actually college or career transitioners, not pursuing a degree for the first time. So if you are one of those people that has a degree and wants to switch career paths, cybersecurity is in huge demand, and maybe it's a good opportunity for you. And finally, in big data, we have an article from the Washington Post, which is fairly interesting. It talks about a couple things. Is number one, it's big data and cybersecurity. So the amount of data that is generated in our world today, daily, is 2.3 million terabytes of data per day, from all the people on the planet and all the devices we use and all the communications. So obviously, in the context of cybersecurity, big data and analysis of big data is playing a big role in that field. Also why we chose to wrap in a data analysis component into our cybersecurity track, as well as having our own big data track, because that data is changing our world and it's hitting it on multiple fronts. On that note, another report out of, another statistic that came out, in the past 12 months, 3 companies alone, being IBM, Cisco, and Oracle, have created 26,000 positions for data analysts and data scientists. That's 3 companies, 26,000 unfilled jobs with a median salary of $124,000 per year. So if that sounds appealing to you, you want to get a career start in big data, come talk to us. We do have a big data track starting, and these are the kind of opportunities, like I said, data, cybersecurity, web developers, all in big need and high demand. So if that sounds like a fresh new career start for you, please reach out to us, and we're happy to answer any questions that you have. That's all for today. That's a little bit of a long one, but happy Aloha Friday, and have a good weekend.